Avast there, matey. Man, I just had this great adventure today, and I was off in the 7 seas, sailing to the east, sailing to the west. And you won't believe the adventure I had, matey. It was insane, it was crazy, and the worst yet, only one survived.
No way.
Wait, let me tell you something. Why don't you pour me some nice, tasty root beer? I want to tell you my story, matey. We were sailing, going to our normal place of Tarshish when this crazy landlubber joined our ship. And this lady had a crazy story. He said that God had given him this mission to sail on this crazy adventure, and he had to go there in order to meet what God had given him to do, mate. This is good stuff. What kind of ale is this, mate? It's from the root. All of a sudden, when we were sailing along, the sky was blue, the clouds had parted, the wind was just right. When all of a sudden, the waves and the winds began to crash against our ship, we were almost dead, mateys. That's some strong stuff there, Mark. And we were sailing along, and the winds blew, and the waves crashed, and we were almost going to die, and so we did all that we knew to do. We all fell down on our knees, and we prayed to our gods and said, "Help me!" But the waves, they still crashed, and the winds, they still blew, and we thought we were going to die in that. Good stuff, and all of a sudden we found this landlubber down below, and he was down there resting, so we told him what had been happening, and he said, "Hey, it's because of me that these winds are crashing, the waves are coming against the ship, and so you've got to deal with me because it's because of me. The Lord has given me a mission, you see." So, this is tasty stuff. You all should try this someday, you know? So the guy, all of a sudden, he tells us, and he says, by the way, his name was Jonah, and he says, "You've got to throw me overboard if you want all the winds and the waves to calm down. You've got to throw me over." We couldn't believe it. Could you believe it?
Whoa!
If we wanted all the winds to calm down, we didn't believe him, and so we threw all of our luggage over.
Cow.
Began to spray some more, you see. But sure enough, the winds began to crash even more and got worse. The storm that got worse. And so, we went ahead and did it. We grabbed this landlubber, Jonah, and we took him and we threw him overboard. And as soon as we did, the winds calmed. The waves subsided, you see, and everything was fine. But what became of old man Jonah? Have you ever heard of him, lad?
Heard him.
What have you heard?
He was a good man.
Was he not?
Yes. Over there after he was put onto the sea. Dangerous stuff away there in the sea. And bad things happened to Jonah.
Indeed.
In fact, there was a big fish. Did you hear about the fish?
A fish?
A big fish. A giant fish. This big. This big.
What's his name?
Yes.
I've heard tales. I've heard of a fish. 3 days. 3 days, the story says that old Jonah was in the heart, in the belly of the whale, of the giant fish. Jonah was inside it. And do you suppose that somehow the fish saved Jonah? Or do you think it killed him?
Well, though, cracking fish. It was a mean fish. But Jonah had somebody help him out. Somebody bigger than the fish even.
Who do you suppose that was?
Well, he would say it was his God.
Oh.
Very big, important God. Big enough even to destroy the fish, the great kraken.
Where do you suppose the fish spit you out like?
Right there on the beaches of Nineveh.
Nineveh now. That's a story. I say we have a little toast to Nineveh there.
Yeah, Nineveh.